now. You used to see our next comedian at the Comedy Store and the Improv before the apocalypse. From the Bad Reading Podcast, please give it up for Atlas Novack.
Hey, everybody. I'm not wearing pants, and if you're doing this correctly... Somebody said soccer shorts easier. Weak sauce, my friend. You got to go all the way. Yeah, I've clearly been making the best of the quarantine situation. I still have to go to work. I work in an eye doctor's office, so essential workers still have to get up and go to a job every day. Except because after work I'm just coming back here and being by myself, I'm starting to become a little feral, and I take that to work with me, which is super bad. The big thing that I like to do when I'm by myself is I love to sing, because I used to be in a band when I was in high school. We were called Obvious Plagiarism because all we did was cut. So I'll be just singing to myself all the time. I figured out a litmus test to see if your apartment needs to be cleaned. You turn off all the lights in the middle of the day. You put on the Jeff Buckley version of Hallelujah. And the more it makes you want to cry, the more you have to clean your apartment. But yeah, that just follows me around. One day it's an eye doctor's office, right? So this dad and his son come out of the elevator, and the son is clearly afraid because this is an ophthalmologist. It's emergency cases. So he's like, Dad, I have to get a shot in the eye. I'm scared. And the dad's like, look, this is a professional group of people. I'm sure they have it under control. Meanwhile, I'm down the hallway, scream singing, "Welcome to my secret lair on Skull Crusher Mountain." Let's see if our provider will let us go somewhere else. Yeah, it's a good time working at an eye doctor's office. I have health insurance, a steady income. That has nothing to do with the job. It's just nice to have. But yeah, the worst part about the stuff getting stuck in my head was recently my dad and I were talking about movies that our favorite movies that came out before. And he told me to watch The Producers, the Mel Brooks producers from the 60s, and I did, and I liked it, except then I had Springtime for Hitler stuck in my head. So I'm just walking around my job all day singing Springtime for Hitler and Germany. The thing to remember about my job is that a lot of the patients are geriatric, which means there's at least one Holocaust survivor in there. And now add to the fact that we all wear masks. So you're just hearing echoing through the halls, Springtime for Hitler and Germany, and you don't know who it's coming from. I'm happy to I haven't gotten COVID. I've stayed good about social distancing and all that stuff. My mom is really bad at it though. My mom lives here in town, and she, for some reason, is trying to get us to hang out with her all the time. And I don't have laundry in my apartment, and she has laundry at her house, so I've had to sneak into her house to do laundry without her knowing, which is like being a burglar. I've been casing that joint for 26 years. Sneaking out outside her house on like one of 3 white Priuses. Okay, she's fine. My mom sees this whole pandemic as like the last minute of a drug commercial where it's like all these people and they're like going on a power walk together through the park. And I see the pandemic as the last 10 seconds of a drug commercial. Side effects may include sudden death, diarrhea, and blah, 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 blah. Despite all that, though, we managed to pull off Mother's Day pretty well. We did it. I got in a fight with my sister this year because my sister asked me what my mom's favorite dessert was. And I, being the idiot that I was, asked my mom what her favorite dessert was. I wasn't supposed to do that. You see, I am the youngest sibling, which means I am wrong about everything. It turns out that my sister wanted it to be a surprise. I didn't know that. And she acts like I, committed a violation of the Geneva Convention. She's like, look, I was just using the information I had available to me to find out what my mom's favorite dessert is. There's no diary in the house that I'm continuously robbing for laundry every week that I can go find. Dear diary, my favorite dessert is chocolate lava cake, also Atlas is adopted. Oh, yep. At the end of the day, we ended up taking it to my mom. I was like, all right, Mom. So we ruined the surprise, and she's like, Atlas did the right thing. You got the correct dessert in the end. And my sister still wanted to continue the argument. So what would I get? If the person you're arguing over says you win, checkmate, gin, and Yahtzee. There's nothing else to it. And I put it to you, audience, I think surprises in general are just bad. Everyone's like, oh, surprise parties. That takes a lot of preparation. Like, surprises in general, 9 out of 10 times suck. Car accidents, the invasion of Warsaw, diarrhea, it's all terrible. I'm epileptic. I take seizure meds. Being epileptic is pretty cool. I got my condition when I was 17 years old. I had a girl over for the first time. She slept in my bed. I woke up in an ambulance. I thought I had done something cool, but it turns out, no, the EMT was like, dude, you had a seizure. We're taking you to the hospital. I was like, you didn't have to mansplain what the hospital is. Thank you. And he's like, dude, when someone has a seizure, they're in something called a twilight state, so we have to make sure you're okay. We asked you a few questions about what's going on to make sure you're lucid. And I was like, how did I do? And he goes, well, we asked you who the president was, and you said Rutherford B. Hayes. I was like, what else did I do? He goes, well, we asked you what day of the week it was, and you recited the Unabomber's manifesto. So, unto itself. I take meds for it. I take a medication called Aptium. That's not usually what they give epileptics. They usually give Keppra, which just didn't work on me. And then they tried something called Trileptal. And Trileptal, a side effect of it was I would just forget what I'm talking about, which is great when you're a comedian. After like 6 months, I went back to my doctor. I was like, I would love it if I could remember what I was talking about. Yeah, that's it. And he's like, yeah, we have Aptium. It's like Trileptal without the side effects. Maybe take Trileptal off the market then. I don't know where I get my condition from. It doesn't seem to run in the family. I don't have any cousins or aunts or anything who have epilepsy as I know it. I think I have a hint, though. My mom is a terrible texter. She's perfectly lucid in person, but for some reason, when you're coming to talk with her over text, it's like watching at the end of a football game where they're like interviewing the linebacker who's taken several blows to the head. And what did you think of your defense out there? Our defense goes together best with salad. I'll be in the family group chat like, Mom, where are we meeting for dinner this week? And she goes, where we meet for dinner is where we come together as a family.
Mom, who's president right now?
Rutherford B. Hayes. I was Atlas Novack. You guys were fantastic. Have a good night, everybody.
Woo! Woo! Woo!